Okay, so on this video, I want to show you how you're supposed to enter your answers and do the problems on the first part of your assignment. So we're going to be solving equations by graphing them. So we're doing a system of equations now. And so we're going to have two equations. So we have y equals x minus 2 and y equals negative 1/2 x minus 5. We are trying to find the one particular x and y that works in this equation and also in this equation. Like there's a whole bunch of x's and y's that work in this equation, and there's a whole bunch of x's and y's that work in this equation. But there's only one pair, one x and one y, that work in both equations. And that's what we're going to be spending this whole unit finding. And there's different ways to find that. The first way that we're going to find it is by graphing the two lines and then finding where they cross. So this is a good review of graphing lines. So we're going to use the formula y equals mx plus b that we've used before. So in this case, y is equal to negative 1/2 x minus 5. So the negative 1/2 is your slope, that's your m. The negative 5 is your b, that's your y-intercept. So if I'm going to graph this line, I'm going to go down to negative 5. So I'm going to just put a dot there, okay? And then the slope is negative 1/2. So I'm going to go down 1 over 2, and I'm going to put a dot. And it didn't understand that I wanted a dot there. So when I clicked there on the negative 5, Delta Math didn't understand, or I maybe needed to click it again. I don't know. So then I should have went down 1 over 2 and clicked that and got my line. Okay. And so obviously it doesn't matter which point you do first. I meant to do the negative 5 first. Anyway, well, I'll show you how to do this one. So the slope here is 1 over 1. Remember, if it's not written, it's considered to be a 1. And when you have a whole number as in front of your x, you have to put over 1 to make it a fraction. So the slope here is actually 1 over 1. So we're going to start at negative 2. So let's see if that works. Yeah, there we go. We got a dot there. So put a dot at negative 2. And then the slope is up 1 over 1. So from that dot, I'm going to go up 1 over 1. I'm going to draw a dot and see Delta Math makes a line that connects those two. Now your job is to find where it intersects. Okay, so it intersects right here. So it asks for the x and the y, and we're going to put them as an ordered pair. This is a good review. This number here is your x, so I want this ordered pair right there. So the x is negative 2. So the x goes first. So do comma, and then the y value is this number, and so it is negative 4. So if I was plotting the point negative 2, negative 4, I would start at the origin, and I would go negative 2 on the x-axis, negative 4 on the y-axis. So negative 2, negative 4. And then you're going to submit your answer, and then you're going to say yes. And you get a green check, and you're like, yay, that's awesome, I got it right. So new problem. Okay, so x minus 3, so I'm going to go down to negative 3 and draw a dot and make sure it clicks. Yep, and see, this is it getting ready to graph the second point. So again, the slope here is 1 over 1. So from that dot, I go up 1 over 1, and so that's my line. Then this one is negative 3/5 x plus 5. So I'm going to go up to 5 and draw my dot. The slope is negative 3/5. So I'm going to go down 3. I'm going to consider this negative to go with the 3. I'm going to go down 3 over 5. So from that dot, I'm going to go down 3. And see, it'll kind of count for you. See how it kind of does that? So I'm here and I go 1, 2, 3, and then to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then where they cross is my answer. So my answer is 5, 2. I always give my x value first, 5, 2. If you tell it 2, 5, it thinks you mean over 2 up 5, and that's not the answer. So you got to say 5, 2. So you scroll down here, and you do parentheses, 5, 2, whoops, put an extra parentheses in there, 5, 2, parentheses. Submit the answer, and you're right. Okay, so I'll do one more like this. So this is like 3 over 1. There's no fraction there. You have to make it a fraction. So I'm going to go down to negative 8. So I'm going to start at negative 8 and draw a dot there. And then my slope is 3 over 1. So it's positive 3. So I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, to the right 1. And then this is has a y-intercept of negative 4. So I'm going to go to negative 4 and draw a dot. And then this slope is -1 over 1. There's a 1 there that's not written, and it's over 1 that's not written. So from that point, I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1. So that's a slope of -1. This is a slope of +3. So they're going to intersect at the point 1, -5. So if you start at the origin and go left and right first, that's how you do your ordered pair. So 1, -5. So my answer is parentheses 1, -5. Oh, why does it keep doing that? I don't want a parentheses there. There, 1, -5. Okay, so that's how you do those. Watch the next video to see how you rearrange. I'll show you what I mean here. We're going to go to the next type of problem and see how this is not in slope-intercept form. You have 5x plus 2y. And in the past, we graphed that by finding intercepts. Well, 8 divided by 2 is okay. Like -8 divided by 2 is -4. That would be okay. But -8 divided by 5 is not a whole number. And so we can't graph this accurately by using intercepts. So we're going to teach you how to rearrange an equation that looks like this, which is called standard form, and to rearrange it so that it looks like this with the y by itself into slope-intercept form. So that's the next video that you'll need to click on that link to watch me explain that.